We're live.
Yay!
Hey, everyone. Although I see nobody's here yet, but I know that there are people in the replay that are watching it. So, hi, everyone, and good morning. And thank you for coming bright and early or whatever time you're watching this. And for those of you who haven't met Ashley yet, Ashley is Ashley Parker from the Loopy Lamb. And you make so many amazing, fluffy, cute amigurumi.
Thank you.
Good morning, Angela.
I wasn't sure what to bring, so my desk is filled with them.
Awesome. Yeah, good, because I want to see every single one of them. I love your newest one. It's a penguin, right?
Yeah.
And that's the one you use the big eyes.
Yeah, I've actually got him here because I haven't shown like the full thing to anybody yet. So I thought I'd bring him here and I'd show all of our friends here today my new pattern that's going to be free, available on the blog starting tomorrow.
Oh,
if you'd like, I can show them to you now, or do you want to?
I would show them to me. Show them to us all throughout the show.
Okay. So I named him Parker. You know that I always like to have like pun names, or at the minimum, it has to be an alliteration. But right. There's not a whole lot of like fun penguin puns. So I went with the alliteration. I've got Parker Penguin. There we go.
Oh my gosh. He is so cute.
Thank you. I crocheted him in one of my like frenzies where I get super inspired to make something, and next thing I know, it's like 2 a.m. And my husband joked while we were away on vacation. He's like, I go to sleep and then I wake up and then there's like this new toy sitting in the house. I don't know how to do it. It's kind of like an elf. So that's what happened. He woke up the next morning and I'm like just out, and this guy's sitting on a chair and he's just like, well, I guess I know where this came from.
You're like Santa's elf.
Yeah, pretty much. But I need more caffeine apparently, so.
Oh. Yeah. Life without caffeine would just be terrible.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if there's surviving kids without caffeine. I don't know that that's a possible thing.
No, it's, I can't even, that doesn't even compute in my head.
Right.
Oh, hey, Tiffany and Michelle and Lacey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's a Coco raid, which means Coco has a channel and she will go on for like ridiculous hours of lives, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, and then everybody will come over from there. Or anybody does raids. I don't know. Have you done any lives straight from YouTube?
No. Remember when we had initially done our first like live chat?
Yeah.
I couldn't get the technology to work, but I hadn't heard of the technology we're using now. But I'm hoping to in the fall, now that I've kind of done some research. But yeah, at first the technology was just like way over my head and nothing was working.
I hear you. The only way I learn about technology is through necessity and somebody telling me about one, like the StreamYard. I heard from somebody on YouTube, and that's the one that I'm using now. I highly recommend it. It is so easy to use.
Like, honestly, so far, I mean, from my end, joining, it was super seamless, which was amazing, because when I tried using some other technology when we were doing it, I was just like, I had to learn all this coding, and I was like, this is way over my head. I just want to crochet nice things and jump on and talk to people and get to know people. And it was just way too much.
Right. Yeah, that's the very best part, is getting to meet new people. And that's been the best, most awesome part of being on YouTube and Instagram.
Well, definitely. I mean, that's how we met. We wouldn't have
Hmm.
had that connection. And I've met some of what I would consider some really great friends on Instagram just by fluke, right? Like I have, Triple Knots Crochet. Her name's
Yeah.
also Ashley. We always joke that we're Instagram twins because
Mhm.
we've only found like two things that we don't have in common or that we don't agree on. Everything else completely agree on.
That's yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so funny.
awesome. Hey, Christina, saying hi to everybody as they come in. Do you have your coffee with you this morning?
No, I already had that. That was 6 a.m. I've got tea now.
Oh my gosh. I have to have the coffee like straight in me for the first 3 hours of the day. Cups and cups.
Mine's like sporadically through the day. It's just like, oh, I'm starting to slump. Need more caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah, solid caffeine. So
Yeah.
when I was getting your links last night, I also pulled up the playlist of the lives that you did, and I posted it down below too. So if anybody
Awesome.
wants to go in there and check out the lives that you did, you had fun stuff planned. You had games and stuff.
Yeah,
I
because
love
sometimes it can be awkward, like especially if there's not like a lot of planning up front and people are just like, I mean, I could talk the horns off a billy goat with anybody.
right.
But for some people, it's just like, okay, what do you want me to talk about? So I had planned some crochet themed games and different things like that. I mean, we played a game. I can't remember which one we did, but we did play a game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was
just to kind of keep things interesting, also engage our audience as well. So it wasn't just we're talking at them or they're witnessing a conversation. They could be involved as well.
right, right. Yeah, and that was so much fun. I unfortunately am unimaginative and I don't think of games. But fortunately, we've got an awesome audience that keeps us on our toes, so that's really good. But I saw your super cool reel from yesterday where you introduced a little bit of Parker Penguin.
Yes.
What else do you have new that's going on?
I was mentioning this morning that for a lot of people, the busy season is between like August and December. For crochet designers, it's like this big push to get everything out. And for some reason, for me, every year July rolls around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got so much coming out, so much going on that I'll admit I sometimes tend to overcommit myself. So I actually have a pattern coming out Thursday. I have another pattern coming out Sunday, which is I have a cowl here. It's called what did I call it? I just named it last night because I'm really terrible with naming things. It's like last minute. What am I going to name it? Shifting Posts Cowl.
Oh, that is
Um,
so pretty.
Thank you. I
I
had recently done a crochet along for a blanket square, and
Mhm.
my friend was like, that's really pretty, but why don't you try an ombre? So I did it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really love this. And then I wanted to do it again. So I turned it into a cowl. And so
That
that's coming
is
out on
pretty.
Sunday. And this is part of the Scarf of the Month blog hop that happens with
Mhm.
Taka Design Crochet and Stitching Mommy. And on starting Sunday, I can't remember the time, it's in the evening, but all through Monday, um, this will be available as a free PDF download. You'll have to visit the blog, but you can get a PDF download of the cowl. And then because, you can't just stop with just one project, I made a matching hat to go with the set. I swear
Oh,
by the end of this, I'll figure out where the camera is.
I know. It's so confusing.
Well, I just got an iPhone and I literally just figured out that the camera's on the one side because I used to have a Samsung and the camera was in the middle. And so
Oh
now I'm like,
no.
okay, back to the middle. But
Right.
yeah, this is the matching hat. And the reason I did this hat is because I wanted a gender neutral hat. So no matter who you're gifting it to, you can do that. So I made this one for my husband. I haven't weaved in the tails because I wasn't sure if he was going to take it or not. And I wanted to be able to put on a pom-pom because I'm pro pom-pom. He's like, no. So yeah, I know, right? But he refuses to have pom-poms. So yeah, so this was his. This one is mine. And I was really excited about how it turned out.
Yeah, those are. Did you color control the ombre, or did you just use different colors of yarn? Oh my gosh, that fits perfectly.
So actually, it was I created the palettes myself from We Crochet's yarn, and I to the posts I've added a couple of suggestions on what I would use for different palettes. Because I really love, if you bear with me 1 second, I have it all here, my yarn wall behind me. It's all your fault. It's all your fault, by the way, that I have yarn wall.
Really?
Okay. Steve, have you seen Ginger's yarn wall? And he's just like, do I care? And I'm like, you should, because I'm making one.
I can't wait to see it grow and grow and grow.
I know. So, well, I'm limited here because this is my studio and I do all my filming in here. So it kind of does double duty. It acts as my background as well as having like everything in reach. But anyways,
right.
I don't know if it was months ago, but a little while ago, We Crochet released this Bravo worsted speckle.
Ooh.
And I did a review of it on my YouTube channel because up until I got this yarn, I was really on the line about using speckles and variegated yarns because some of them just don't translate well to crochet, and you have to have that specific stitch with that specific tension where it comes out looking the way you want it to, or as gorgeous as maybe the knit swatch, right? So I got they sent me some to try. I loved it. I decided I bought it in every color. And so what I did, I coordinated all my ombres to go with the speckles because the speckles also have the other colors in them. So like in my square here, you can see I've got, I think this is mulberry, freesia, lady slipper, and then the speckle. And now the speckle, it looks white on the camera, but in person, it's slightly purpley, like it's got purple to it. So, and all of their speckles have that. Like this one here is the salt and pepper speckle. It's kind of black and gray. And then the same thing with, I think this one's called Tidal Speckle, the one that's in here. So I've got all the speckles, and I like using them because it throws in a bit of something different, and it ties all your colors together.
Those are beautiful. I love the colors.
Thank you. Just a simple stitch, but you know the colors I think really make it pop.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Coco. Coco's coming over from her live. It's a Coco raid.
Good morning.
Hey, everybody that's just coming in. Let's see, we've got Coco and Cindy and Silver Wings and Granny Square. I like that. Kenneth and Melissa. I'm not sure how to say that, but hopefully I'm saying it right. I can butcher names. And Wendy, good morning.
In brackets, I think you pronounce it Melissa.
Melissa. Oh, that's it. That looks right.
It's like now that you see the Melissa in brackets and you see the name, you're like, yep, I got it now.
Yeah. Okay, and I know that Kim is supposed to be here. Kim from Affordably Crafty is usually here on, but you know what? I think I might have not sent her the link last night. So I'm gonna pull that up. As you know, it was really late last night when I sent you the link. I'm so sorry. I'm having this is like the craziest month. So on your patterns, they are on your blog, right? On your website?
Yes.
Okay. And for anybody and they're on there now, or they're going to be on there?
The ones I just showed are upcoming patterns. Nobody has seen them yet. I haven't even posted a sneak peek on Instagram yet. The cowl comes out this Sunday.
Oh,
The
okay.
penguin I showed at the beginning comes out tomorrow, and then the hat comes out the last week of the month. On, I believe it's also the Sunday. So 1 week after the cowl, the hat comes live too, and that will also be available as a PDF download for a short period of time.
Awesome. So you guys head over to Ashley's website, the Loopy Lamb, to grab those patterns when they come out, but also head over there now because there's like tons of other cool stuff. Awesome.
I think I'm nearing almost 100 free patterns on the blog now.
Oh my
It's yeah, I noticed it the other day. I was like, oh wow, I'm getting pretty close.
wow. I know that you just like new patterns all the time, and you guys, for those of you who have not heard, which I literally talk about your patterns so much. Ashley has the cutest amigurumi crochet patterns that are so fluffy and so cute. Well, you have other stuff too. You have other stuff too.
Yeah, I do a little bit of everything, but amigurumi I do on the most regular basis, right? Because it's one of those that's fun to do, and I have kids, and they're always coming up to me and saying, "Mommy, can you make me this? Mommy, can you make me that?"
Yeah.
Like my unicorn sprinkles here. This was something my daughter came to me, and she is obsessed with Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony, and she said, "Mom, I want a unicorn. She has to have pink hair like Pinkie Pie." So I crocheted this for her, and then because I get a lot of requests for different sizes of different patterns, I made Eunice here as well. She's a short one, and of course I had to throw in the faux fur. She's rocking a mohawk because you can only do so much girly, right? You got to have something a little different, and that's why I really like Eunice, because she's not got the standard big curly hair and all that stuff.
Right. But she does have pink fluffy hair, which is very unicorn.
Yes.
I love those so much.
Well, and again, like with kids and their requests, I made this for my daughter.
Oh my gosh.
I have cat and bear ears. The bear ears are actually available as a tutorial on my blog or my YouTube as well. And these are so quick. I made myself a pair of the bear ears for Halloween because they just take a headband and a small amount of fur yarn, and it's the perfect mom costume for, oh no, it's Halloween, I need something quick. So I whipped these up.
Those are adorable. And I do know for a fact that Kim was working on some of those to wear this morning. So I do know she's going to be here. She might, on Saturday, we had a live, and I was a little bit late because I overslept.
I kept worrying about that this morning. You know how you have to get up for a certain time, and then your body's just like, you're going to miss your alarm. You're going to miss your alarm.
Yeah.
So thankfully, I was up plenty of time to be ready and actually paint on a face and all that good stuff.
That is awesome.
Didn't want to scare anybody.
I've got to say, I think that you may be a little more prepared a person than I am.
You can take the girl out of HR, but you can't take the HR out of the girl.
That's right. That's right. I forget that you were in HR.
Yeah.
That is
HR for just over 12 years.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wasn't in HR for that long. I was in it for about a year, and then I don't know if I can quite do this.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It takes a special kind of person. And although I was very good at my job and very efficient, it just wasn't something that, made me really happy. It wasn't something that I woke up excited to do every day. And so when the opportunity came up for me to quit my job and do this as full-time as possible, while homeschooling,
Mhm.
I jumped at the chance because, this is something that really I love to do. It doesn't feel like work. And even though it's a lot less crochet time than a lot of people think it is, it's it's still amazing. I love every day.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. And it is a total lot less more crochet time. I think since I've started doing this full time too, and I do significantly less crochet than I used to.
Well, yeah, and
But
it's like that one of those things that people don't realize. And when I jumped into this, and I literally mean like jumped into it, because if I hadn't done it that way, I would have talked myself out of it
right.
uh, for fear of putting myself out there. But when I jumped into it, um, I had zero idea of the realities of this job. I just thought, you know what, I made this hat. I want to share it. I'm going to share the pattern. I put it up. I created a blog and just kept posting and never
Mhm.
stopped. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is so time consuming to do it properly. And I'm not crocheting as much as I thought it was. And it's not, the one thing I get a lot of is, oh my gosh, you must be making so much money. And then, after I have a few minutes of laughing, it's just like,
Right.
no, not really.
And then the
Because,
crying starts.
well, not necessarily the crying, because but I think that there's this, especially on Instagram, people see that these, some of these designers have these huge followings, and they're like, oh, they must be making like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Chantel from, I always forget her handle. She's a knit designer.
Knitter, yeah.
Yeah. She recently asked people how much they thought designers made, and the numbers were really, really high. And I think it was a shock for a lot of people to find out that it's really not in the hundreds of thousands, and it was crazy,
Wouldn't it be great?
right?
We could buy more yarn.
Everybody would.
Right. Knititude is,
Yes, Knititude. Thank you.
yeah. I love her designs.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
I also love her hair.
I
She
know.
always
I
has
know.
such beautiful hair that I'm like, oh, I wish I could pull that off, but
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to pull.
well, my brother's a hairdresser. He owns his own salon. And so I'm fortunate enough that he makes time to do my hair. And I'll show him like a picture. I'm like, oh, she's got this beautiful pink hair. And he's just like, no, just no. Just stop. It's like,
I
it's
think
never going to happen.
I think it's harder to do on dark hair than it is to do on light hair.
Yeah, because you need to strip the color.
Yeah.
You need to bleach it and then dye it. And he's like, it's not worth it, because he's like, it's just not going to work for you. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. You're the expert. I'll trust you on that.
That's right. I'll just keep my beautiful dark brown hair. So speaking of followings, you're about to hit 10,000 on Instagram.
I hope so. I'm hoping this year.
You will. You will, without a doubt. That's my goal. I mean, my shorter goal, other than the 100,000 and then the million, but 10,000 is like, wow.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to hit 10,000, because it makes it easier for me to provide links for people, like when they're going to the patterns, because you can't put a clickable link in the Instagram description box. And so when I'm
Right.
trying to promote a pattern, I get a lot of people are like, oh, what's the link? And I'm like, so then I'll send them the link. I'm happy to do that. But there's an easier way if I can have a pop-up feature where I can just have that link available to them, then that
Right.
makes it easier for them too, right? And that's what it's all about, is just trying to make things easier for the people who want to access my pattern.
Exactly. And I've learned a go around for that.
Hello?
Yeah. This is what you do.
Okay.
Okay. You need to make a short, like 1 minute IGTV video
Mhm.
saying, click on this link to go to my
Okay.
pattern, or whatever, whatever you fit into 1 minute about the pattern. But then on your stories, you say, swipe up and then click on the link in my IGTV, because you can make a clickable link in the IGTV in the description.
Oh, okay. I haven't done an IGTV yet.
Yeah. So then they can flip up. It'll be in your IGTV, and you're explaining in the IGTV, click on this link and it'll take you straight to your YouTube video.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or it'll take you straight to whatever link you want to go to.
I'll have to try that because I've only been doing the reels. I haven't quite figured out what the difference between the reels and the IGTV is. I think it's just time difference in the link, maybe. But yeah, I've only just been doing the reels.
Yeah.
So I'll have to try that.
Yeah, and I've heard that Reels is the huge new thing that Instagram wants everybody to be doing. And I don't know if you watch like all of the like how to get a whole bunch of new followers on Instagram and stuff like that. I'm like addicted to those videos. But apparently Reels are huge.
Yeah, the Instagram recently made an announcement that they are moving towards becoming more of a video platform over the photo platform.
Yeah.
TikTok. And I was just like, oh, that's awesome, but also not so awesome if you're a content creator, because although the reels are nice, they can be very time consuming, right? And if you're already overwhelmed, because like for instance, like I manage at least 4 different social media platforms on top of my blog and create content for that. So it's just like, to add all that extra time can be overwhelming. So I'm hoping that they'll keep the photo video, the photo features, and then the additional reels, because it is a lot. Like even just my reel from yesterday probably, although it's only 30 seconds, probably took me half an hour to make, right? At least.
Right. Now, I have found a go around on the time suck for the reels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just
clearly talk more often about saving me some time.
Yeah, seriously. I'm always in awe of everybody who can be successful and keep everything together in like the 24 hours of the day there is, because it really is so much work. But you just get on for like 15 seconds on the reel, talk about whatever you're going to talk about, and then put a pretty photo on it. and so it shows the photo, but you have more fun reels. Your reels are really fun.
My husband was laughing at me because I made a reel, and I'm trying to see if I have the components here, but I made these like really funny eyes. I'm working on a new Amigurumi design, and I made like big bulgy eyes, and I had secured them to the top of a yarn ball, and I danced it around on the camera to the song I Put a Spell on You by Annie Lennox, I think it was. I sang that one. Just like it's really bordering on creepy, but I have like this really funny, weird sense of humor, and I hope that comes through and that's what I did with the penguin, is just kind of like, it would be really funny if he was just kind of like shy and cute and kind of peeking around on the camera, because you can only see the same kind of reels and stuff over and over again, and I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to do something funny and a little bit more entertaining, even if it's only for 30 seconds. Like, oh, that was cute. I'd rather do that than come on and talk at you about something that I know about, because a lot of us already know all the basics, and don't want to keep showing them over and over to you, because you're just going to keep going on by, right? So I'd rather show you something fun and cute than same old stuff.
Yeah. And it's adorable. Oh, can you show Parker to everybody in the chat again that maybe hasn't gotten a chance to see him? He is so cute. He is so cute. So how did you he's pretty big too.
Yeah, and that's my aunt is the pretty much only person I know in person who crochets, and we vacationed together this year. And I told her, I was like, I really want to make a penguin, but I'm thinking I really want to make him small because I've got so many deadlines. And then so I did this overnight. I showed up the next morning at her place. She's like, what happened to small? She's like, that's a pretty decent sized penguin. I was like, no, I can't do small. It just never works out.
So how did you get started making amigurumi?
Um, when I first started learning to crochet, like most everything that I'm interested in, I just kind of dive in. And I was on Pinterest and I had just had my daughter and I wanted to make her, I saw these toys and I thought, you know what, I'd give it a try. And I found out that I had a talent for it and I really enjoyed it. And I very quickly figured out how the toys were being constructed and kind of how they were shaped, how the shaping was happening. And
Mhm.
I became like really obsessed with figuring out how to do the different shaping, like the horn, for instance, on my unicorn here, like figuring out how do I do this all in one piece where you've got that spiral. And then I started getting friends asking me to make them, and everything was always custom. Like, oh, you know what? I would really love a bunny wearing a sweater. Uh,
Mhm.
and so that was my first crochet along is I have a bunny named Buttons. My daughter named him. Ironically, there's no buttons on Buttons.
Oh,
But he was my first crochet along. He's still available as a pattern for free on the blog. But yes, he's a little bunny with a little sweater. And I don't know what happened. I just kind of never stopped after him. I just
mhm.
started making more and more. Then I got into dolls, doing dolls like My Dolly Molly.
Mhm.
I actually have all my dolls here. This is
See.
my girl Pearl. Come on, figure out where the camera is, Ashley. So yeah, there's my girl Pearl, and then this was another crochet along. This is my pal Pascal, and then Wendy Wordsmith. I don't have Molly here. I think my daughter has swiped her because she's
Oh,
not on the
of
shelf where she
course.
normally is. Um, but yeah, so I started getting into dolls, and then We Crochet offered to send me some yarn support, which was so kind and generous of them. And although I was really nervous about the fur yarn, I asked for it because I'm all about pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. And
Mhm.
I'm actually like most blind in one eye, which affects my depth perception. So I was like really, really nervous about how I was going to do with the fur because I wasn't going to be able to see the stitches.
Mhm.
Um, and I got it and I made a koala out of it, and I just couldn't stop. Like I became obsessed. And I got a lot of complaints from people like I can't see my stitches, and so that's how I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to talk to people and
Mhm.
say, you know what, this really isn't as scary as it seems. If you can single crochet and you know how to feel the top of your stitches, you can do
Mhm.
this. And that's a big thing for me is really like supporting makers and helping them, get past that initial hump of fear because like once you get into it, if you're like me, you'll be addicted because I can't stop. Like if you see behind me here, I've got Otis up here, and then
Can
I've
we
got
see?
Seth here.
Can you bring all those up? I want to see them all up close.
Oh,
I think
so I've got Otis here.
Otis is
Um, Otis, is, Otis is one of my most popular patterns.
he's so cute.
He's also available for free. This is my favorite part. I have to move the fur away. His little feet. Just love them. But I've made so many Otises over the year and a half since I made him because a lot of people just like family and friends like, oh my gosh, that's crochet. Uh, can I have one? So then, I'm constantly making little owls. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I get about the fur crochet, and I keep encouraging people is like these don't look crocheted. And
Don't.
like for instance, this is Seth. The only part of him that's made with worsted weight is his face and his eye patches, also available for free on the blog. Um,
Mhm.
but they're so soft and cuddly. And
Mhm.
like for instance, even like this guy, people are like, "You crocheted that? You made that?" And because the fur hides everything, you can be the
Mhm.
world's sloppiest sewer, and sometimes I can be, because it's just like it's 2 in the morning. I want to get it done. But the fur hides everything. And you can make a mistake and no one will see it because it's all hidden behind the fur. The only person that knows it's there is you. So one of my favorite sayings is the fur is very forgiving. Forgive yourself and keep going, because really this one is completely made out of fur yarn. This is Salty the Seal, and it's all almost all in one piece with the exception of the fins, body, head, tail, all in one piece. Super quick and easy. Again, I've got tips and tricks on my blog to try to and help make people more comfortable with it, because it's so fun and you can make some really gorgeous things with very little effort. The fur does all the work for you. It really does.
Yeah, and it's amazingly easy when once you know to feel the fur.
And that's what I like look for when I'm looking at a new fur yarn, is because the Fable fur has a strip on the back.
Mhm.
Have some here. Yeah, the Fable fur, if I can show it to you, has a strip on the back.
Mhm.
And the thicker the strap, the better, because the more able you'll be to feel the stitches. So because I saw, I forget where I was. I was at a store recently and they had fur yarn. It was only like $2. It was being cleared out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this before. I have to check it out. But the strap on the back was so thin
Mhm.
that it likely would have shed everywhere, because it's not going to be that secure, and B, you're not going to be able to feel the stitches. So if you can't feel the stitches, that does make things a little bit more difficult. And if you can't feel your stitches with a yarn that has a wider strap, I always suggest that you go up a hook size until you can feel those stitches, because that will really help make things way easier.
Mhm. Now, is Fable fur do you get Fable fur from We Crochet?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've never amazingly gotten any yarn from We Crochet. And Pam was on Pam was on last week, and I've decided that I need to go get some yarn from We Crochet.
Absolutely. I think every pattern I've shown you so far actually is made with 3 crochet yarn, and like all this rainbow yarn up behind me. That's all their cotton. I have their Dishy cotton in every
Mhm.
color. It's my favorite like multi-purpose cotton. It's amazing, and I do a lot of the coasters or mug rugs with them, and make color designs on the mug rugs with them. They're really great for that,
Mhm.
because you have so many colors. I think it's I don't know how many colors it is. I think it's like 60.
I keep
So
looking
lots
up
of
there
colors.
at that yarn, and I just keep seeing Otis. He's just so cute.
I've got Barrison. My son named this one. This is Barrison Bear. Um, it reminded me kind of like one of the classic tiny teddy bears, almost like a Mr. Bean bear. My son is in love with teddy bears, so he asked for one. So I made him one with Fable fur, and that one's super simple to do as well.
So cute. Oh, one of the questions I wanted to ask about your dolls is the clothes on there are interchangeable, right? You can take the clothes on and off, make new clothes to put on the
Yep.
dolls.
Yeah, and so I design clothes that fit all the dolls. They're interchangeable between all of my designs, and I create them so that they're easily customized. Like, for instance, during the crochet along for Pascal, somebody went through and they made a striped shirt, and they gave him pants that she said they were like board shorts, and they had like a stripe along the bottom. So you can, I make them in solid colors, or in the case of Pearl, I just gave her some basic striping to kind of make it look frilled at the bottom.
Mhm.
All done with simple stitches, but very, very easy to customize and make your own. And like my Dolly Molly has, I think, 3 different outfits. There's a mermaid outfit for her that she could take on and off. Sleepy Time Molly with slippers and a night robe, and then her regular dress.
So cute.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of people like the different clothes. And then if, for instance, that you had all my patterns for all of the dolls, you can even interchange their hair. The hair is interchangeable, so you can change it up however you like.
That's so much. And do you have like all of the like different patterns for the clothes separate on your blog or on your Ravelry, or do they just come with the doll?
Some of them are separate, like the Molly Dolly Molly. I got a lot of requests for just outfits for Molly because at that time I only had the one doll. So those are separate. I do have links for them on the Molly pages, so that way they're easily defined. But all of my doll outfits either come with a doll. Well, sorry, they do all come with an outfit, but all of the Molly patterns, the different outfits, those are separate. They're all available on the site and ad free PDFs and Ravelry and Etsy as well. And I have like a bundle pack where if you buy like the Molly bundle, it comes with all of the outfits and the doll, all in a package discounted price there.
Oh, wow. That would be like such a great present for a little girl, or I mean, or a little boy, or just
Mm.
anybody, grown up, for grown-ups,
Well,
anybody.
yeah, I made Molly for my daughter, and she's got all the clothes, and since then she's gotten into other dolls, but Molly's still in the regular rotation and she's always changing her outfit. So she's like, you know what, mommy, I think Molly needs this. And so I'm always designing doll clothes, it seems.
Wow. You make it look so easy, but I, how much how much time does it take to make each of the amigurumis? Like, does it take longer to make the dolls than it does the fluffy cute animals? Or
I it really varies. It depends on the amount of detail that goes in. Um,
mhm,
like for the penguin, I had a very clear image of what I wanted. I had even, which is outside of the norm for me, I even drew a picture. I normally just go by what's in my head. I drew a picture, so I knew exactly the shapes I wanted to make. So he probably took me all in all, probably 5 or 6 hours from start to
wow.
finish. And then some of the dolls, like my Wanda the Wordsmith, um, she took me probably about 12 to 15 hours to design.
Mhm,
Just because, figuring out the different shapes for like her headband, getting the jacket right. And then, of course, she needed to accessorize with earrings. So finding the right size hoops and everything because, not everybody, like for instance, I don't have everything I need. So I have to go out and source those pieces as well and get those. So,
right. Oh,
or like my unicorn, just crochet time alone was probably like 25 hours because of all
wow.
the curls for her hair and the curls. It looks like a lot, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to sew all those on, but it's actually made in 4 pieces that are all like
Oh,
this. Like this front piece is all one piece,
uh-huh.
and then 3 pieces in the back to fill it in. So you're only sewing on 4 pieces instead of individual curls.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, it just blows me away, like how you can think of these things and just put them into existence. I I mean, I can see hats to me are easy to think about or sweaters, but to make them just so cute.
See, and it's funny is like for me when I have to come up with a hat because there's so many hats out there and I don't want to be, doing the same thing other designers are. I struggle with thinking, okay, well, what am I going to do for the next hat? What am I going to do for, like, cause I've started doing garments, right? So what am I going to do for the next garment? How is that going to be different? And size inclusivity is very important to me. So, finding something that works for all the sizes so I can grade it appropriately. That to me requires more mental effort on my part than
Right.
like doing a toy, right? Because I've done so many of them, the shaping comes to me naturally now.
Mhm. That's
Yeah,
and
so
how long have oh my gosh, the puppy dog.
yeah, this is
How
Henley.
long
He actually was designed and released a year ago to yesterday, I think it was. Um, but yeah, like just figuring out the shaping for and how I'm going to do the hips. So because he actually stands upright and begs for treats.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that kind of stuff. There's some troubleshooting, of course. Like for him, his legs and feet are a little different, but knowing the concepts and the shaping comes to me much more easily than how am I going to what's going to be my next hat? What's going to be my next garment kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well then, yeah, just keep them coming. They're adorable. Oh, hey, gotta say hi to everybody that's coming in. Hi to Christina, Life in Stitches, Kathy, Bonnie, Eva, Vicky, Maribel, Rose, Terry. Wow, you guys, thanks for joining us. Does anybody know where Kim is? We need Kim here. I need to give her here. I'll call her real quick. I'll put her on speaker and see if she see how asleep she is. Can you hear that?
A little bit.
Well, she'll come at some time. I know she'll be watching this in the replay. Hi, Kim. So what have you started getting stuff ready for fall?
Yeah. So I've been thinking about fall. For me, I start thinking about fall usually in like March. I haven't.
Right.
Got designs mostly drawn up, but I've gotten a little behind in July. But with the plans already drawn up, it's just a matter of crocheting them up and getting them ready to publish.
Wow. See, and I need to get better at that. At preparing ahead of time. Do you have a scheduled plan that you plan all of what you're going to make, what all of your designs are going to be far ahead of time?
So I'm very organized, and I need that structure to keep myself on task. But my creativity has another idea. So like I a few months ago, I sat down and I said, you know what, I'm going to stick to this plan. This is the plan. This is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the plan has gone completely off the rails. Because the thing is, you get requests that you don't know about all the time. Like for instance, Crochet will ask for something, or a different company will ask for something. So different opportunities come up, and then that kind of derails things. And sometimes that's last minute. Sometimes it's well in advance. For instance, I have a pattern that's coming out that was requested from me in December of last year, but it's coming out August of this year. So that's, something that we are working on now. But other times it's like 2 weeks ago, it's like, hey, I need a pattern with this, and this. Can you get it to me in 3 weeks? It's like, yes. So that derails the plans. But I try to stick to a plan, because I know that I'm going to release at least 2 free patterns a month. So that's my overarching plan. If I can get more than 2, then I'll do it. But I've recently taken on a lot of I film and teach videos for outside companies as well online. So I've taken on some of that extra. So I know that at the minimum we're doing 2 free patterns a month. When I'm not so busy teaching, then I do more, as much as I can. Because I think it's in December. I think I was doing 2 a week for the month of December last year. No, that was a lot.
Wow. That is a lot. How do you keep it all? How do you make the time to do it all?
I don't sleep a whole lot. And I know. I mean, I have kids, so I have to work when they're not awake.
Right.
So when I was doing HR, I would get up at 5 in the morning. I'd work from 5 to 7 on my crochet business. And then I'd get stuff ready with the kids. Then I would work in my HR job with my daughter at home from 9 until 1 in the afternoon. Then I would go get my son from school, work and do some crochet stuff in the middle, like crochet business stuff, go get my son from school, make dinner, get them all ready for bed, and then start working again as soon as they get to bed. And then I'd work until like 11 o'clock, not 12 o'clock at night, and then do it all again the next day.
Wow.
So not having the HR job anymore does help with that, but I'm still back to working in those wee hours because they're out of school now. So just trying to work when they're not okay, waiting for mom to do everything that they need mom to do.
Yeah, like cook and clean and
doing
everything.
the school year, like my son did school remotely, so like he needs assistance during the day with school. So being there and essentially just being his support for school. So yeah, I'm hoping
That was a lot of work.
Person in the fall.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Oh, Sissy asks, how do you make the amigurumi sit without falling over?
So I actually have a video about this on my YouTube channel, and it was born out of this design. So I wanted this guy to sit up and stay. I didn't falling over. So I've inserted a weighted base into his bum, essentially, and it helps him to sit up without falling over. The tail also acts as a support and helps him keep sitting up. Excuse me. When I want a toy to sit up and stay that way, I designed it so it has the proper supports to do that. And like, for instance, like his feet are designed in a way, this is a separate piece that's flat on the bottom. His bottom is completely flat, so he sits up all on his own. So yeah, try a weighted base. It really depends on the design. If you see designs like this that are standing up in a photo and you're like, why is my photo not standing up? It's because the designer likely has a glass behind it. Especially like for someone like me, I have white backgrounds. A clear glass will stand it up, allow me to get a good photo. But this little girl, she's not standing up on her own with that weight base.
she's more meant to be cuddled with, right?
Yeah, she's one of those toys. It's a design for children, right?
Yeah.
And most of them aren't standing it up on a shelf. They're taking them on the road, or they're, or my kid has them ride the cat. So kids play with them. They're not necessarily for shelves, kind of thing.
Yeah. So, do you make the weighted bases yourself, or?
Yeah. And what tutorial video shows how to make them.
Oh, cool.
On my YouTube channel. It's a trip to either the dollar store and or a Michael's, or I think you guys have like Joann's and Hobby Lobby there. You just need poly pellets and something to contain them in. My personal favorite is anklets, like the nylon stocking anklets.
Oh.
Not full size pantyhose, because that's way too much.
Right.
Anklet, and then you can fill it up, and I show you how to do that in the tutorial. And then you can fill it up to the size that you need and put it inside your toy. If you need something bigger, I know some people have actually sewn little pouches and stuff. You can do that too. I just like the nylon because you can double it up, and the odds are it's not coming out on you. Before a child can access it.
That's a great way to do it. And Sissy says thank you. Great tip.
You're welcome.
And everybody who doesn't know, Ashley has an awesome YouTube channel. I put the link in the description below. You guys can go over there, find all of her tutorials, and you also do a lot of other stuff on your YouTube channel. What other kinds of things do you do?
So when I am able to, I try to do video tutorials for some of my patterns. Those are very time consuming, so I can't do them as much, right? Because right now it's a one-woman show over here. I say that, but my husband does my video editing, thank goodness. But for the most part, I do everything else. But for the rest of the YouTube channel, I do a lot of reviews. So yarn reviews, book reviews. I love crochet books, and you can see some of them behind me. I've got shelves of them here, shelves of them in the back. When I first started to learn to crochet, my librarian thought I was insane. because I literally took every book they had on crochet out. And I'm not even kidding. One of my very first blog posts, I document how I went to go and get this book that I wanted to review. I had a toddler in tow. She was barely 2, and she just dropped on the floor and started screaming. And I got 2 hands, like an armful of books. And I'm just like panicking, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? She's freaking out. And everyone in the library is looking at us. But long story short is I learned a lot from reading books, and I continue to learn more from reading books. And I wanted to share that love of crochet and books with my audience. So, and also it's important to me to help them save money, right? Because there are some books, as beautiful as they are, they're just unfortunately not up to standards, right? And they can be prone to errors, or just not support the maker. Like I've read many books where they say it's for a beginner, and as an experienced crocheter, I'm like, oh my gosh, even I'm struggling with this. And so I want to help makers kind of make better decisions. And that started really when the pandemic started, because you couldn't go to the store and look in a book and decide for yourself, or try to make that kind of decision. Everyone had to try shopping online. So in order to assist people with that, I started sharing reviews for yarn and books on my YouTube channel. And like with that speckle yarn, for instance, like when you come with like a speckle or a variegated color, I there was a point where I just wouldn't buy it anymore, because I was like, I don't know, I don't want to waste my money because I don't know what it looks like in crochet. That knit swatch on the wall in Michael's is beautiful. Crochet is a lot different. It uses yarn, and I wanted to be able to show that to people too, right? And that's why I started. I'm starting to look at more variegated and speckles and share that with people so that they can see, before they buy, what they can expect.
And that's so helpful too. It's so helpful just to hear what the yarn feels like, and what, I mean, that's one reason why we love to go to the yarn stores. But like you said, during the whole last year, we couldn't do that. But a lot of people, may live far away from the yarn stores, or just not be able to get out. And so it's good to be able to hear that just whenever, like even not during 2020, not when all that stuff was going on.
Well, and the other thing is that in the last few years, we've seen this huge surge of online yarn companies. Like it used to just, especially here in Canada, we have some really limited options. But here in Canada, we just had yarn inspirations. There's all their lines like Bernat, Red Heart, all that stuff. That's all we had here. And then so now with all these online businesses like We Crochet, Knit Picks, Hobby Yarn, there's a lot more competition in the marketplace because they're accessible via online, but they don't have storefronts. So you can't go and see what the yarn is like. And how many times have you asked a friend that's trying that yarn, what's that like? Do you like that? What's it like to work with? And so my goal with all of those videos is to answer those questions, just like you saw me in the yarn store and said, hey, Ashley, you've got that? Have you tried that? What did you like? What did you think? And then, I share my experience with that. Again, hoping to help makers make better buying decisions for themselves.
Yeah. Now, have you done a lot of the yarn reviews on We Crochet? Because I'm gonna need to go get some of that yarn, and I'm gonna need to know what you think about it first.
Yeah. So when I started getting some yarn support from them, I was like, you know what? I've never tried this yarn. I bet other people haven't tried it. I'm going to share reviews. So pretty much every time they send me a yarn to try, I make time to do a yarn review for that, because if it's new to me, it might be new to someone. I want them out as much as I can.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. I'm sure, and everybody else loves that too. I've got, let's see. Hi, Frenchie. And Sissy said she's subscribing to you right now. And hi, Nancy. And yeah, right. Coco, where's Kim? Frenchie, where's Kim? Does anybody have her number? Give her a call. I tried to call her. I hope she's okay. Coco a while back in the chat said it's payback for Saturday. No, she would be here because she was really excited about seeing you. So I'm being able to talk and getting to talk to you. So I know
Well, she might
something's going.
do something, right? Because I accidentally took a couple of days off of Instagram last week because I got it was like the perfect storm. My husband bought me a new phone. I was switching from Android to iPhone, so I was already just like
Mhm,
beside myself trying to figure it out. And then um, where we went, I had spotty signal, and so
mhm.
I had posts prepared, but then they just weren't posting. And I was just like, "What are you going to do? I can stress out about it, or I can just take a couple days off. I'm on vacation." Um,
Right.
and I posted when I actually had signal that would allow me to post, so maybe she just
Mhm.
had tech issues because I know I wasn't.
Yeah. I know whenever that happens to me, I go crazy. I'm like, and it's just, I think it's life telling us, you know what? Just you don't need to have all this going on. Just take take a little break.
Well, yeah, and it's just like it was just it ended up being really great, like just having that time to refresh, and I ended up using the time to either spend with the kids or crochet some more. So it ended up working out for the best. I mean, I got Parker out of it, so
I know he's so cute.
I'm so
I
excited for him.
I still have not made one of your amigurumis, and I've got the fur yarn. I just need to go do it. Which one would you recommend as a first make?
Like or like a fur amigurumi. I actually have one here. I design a lot of smaller ones to help people who are afraid of fur yarn kind of get their feet wet. And this is
Mhm.
Sir Clucks a lot. Oops, the frill is.
Oh, he's so
So
cute.
I designed him in both regular worsted weight yarn and the fur yarn because
Mhm.
again, there's people that as encouraging as I can be, it's hard to get them over that hump of that fear of not being able to see their stitches.
Mhm.
So I wanted to make this one accessible for as many people as possible. So I designed it twice. I did it once with worsted weight and once with the fur. This one's really simple because you're just making a ball. Gauge isn't critical to your success. So you can just practice. And as long as you come out with a ball with two little nubs on the side, you're gold, right? And everything else is worsted weight. You're accustomed to that. But yeah, I have a couple of little balls that are good. Also, my ornaments are really good beginner ones as well. Like my polar bear
Okay.
ornament. I also have a little baby owl ornament or
Mhm.
a lovey. I've turned those into loveys as well. So any of
So
the smaller ones are good.
when you make the little nubs for the wings on the side, are those part of the crochet piece or do you sew those on separately?
I sew them on separately.
Okay. Okay.
So
Um,
they're
also,
just little pieces, but it's
he's so
easier
cute.
for them instead of making it as one piece, just because I try to minimize shaping where possible in the super beginner ones because again, I want to make it as accessible as possible, minimize
Right,
as
right.
much shaping as possible.
Where do you get their
Just like
eyes?
it depends. Like for a lot of them, Chateau Bornée Crochet on Etsy. Um,
Mhm.
she's probably tired of me like just telling everybody about her because I am the safety eye she sends me. That's where Parker got his eyes from. These are 24 millimeter frosted eye safety eyes from her. And anytime you see the big glittery safety eyes, they're from her. And she
Okay.
actually just sent me the sweetest gift the other day. And I was like almost going to bawl my face off as I was unboxing it because she's just sent me a surprise gift with a bunch of new safety eyes that she had created. And some of them are rainbow, and she creates these really cool, like dragon style eyes that I'm trying to figure out the best design
Whoa.
for. But yeah, she sent me some gorgeous eyes, and I was just blown away. Just so kind, and she always does an incredible job. And I really like the backs of her safety eyes because, like these ones here that I have in my dolls, these ones came in
Mhm.
a box I got from Amazon a long time ago. But I can just rip the backs off, like no problem, which is great when you're designing. But if your intention is to send the toy to a child, you want to make sure that that's not coming off. And like these big ones
Right.
here, I accidentally for these ones had to take them out because I made a mistake and I wanted to go back and fix it. My husband had to help me. One of us grabbed one side with pliers, the other one grabbed the other side, and we just like, ripped it apart. Like that's how solid they are. And I
Wow.
really like that because a lot of my toys now do go to the kids now that they're a little older.
Hmm. Hmm. And what's her name again? What?
Uh, Chateau Bornay Crochet on Etsy.
Okay.
Um, yeah, anytime I use her eyes in a pattern, I link to her Etsy page, and I talk about her often on Instagram because
Okay.
I
Okay.
get her eyes from her all the time.
Awesome. So as long as we've got links to you, we'll be able to find her.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Roseanne says, can we see the owl ornament, please?
I wish I had it with me, but I don't. It's actually in the other room. But it's very similar to Sir Cluxalot, which I showed here. And the pattern for him is available on the blog for free as well, because I turned him into a lovey. So there's two options there for you guys to try it out.
That
Sorry, bring
is
it. I've got a table full. Is one of the few things I didn't bring.
good morning, Charlene. Oh, for everybody who's coming in that hasn't met Ashley yet, this is Ashley Parker from the Loopy Lamb. And Ashley, this is everybody. And it looks like from the looks in the chat, you've got a whole bunch of new subscribers to your channel, which
Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it.
yeah, you guys are gonna love her channel, and I want to see pictures of everything that you guys make from her amigurumis, and of course everything else. Now, what other kind of patterns do you like have on your blog design or have on your Ravelry?
I do a little bit of everything, and that's where that planning part comes into place because I'll get inspired to do something and I'm going to make it. And if I make it and I think it's worth sharing, like I have this big fur yarn project coming out. I just got the yarn support last week, and I'm so excited. That's going to be coming out. I haven't done anything like this on the blog bar, and I'm really excited to share that. So it's going to be a big one. I'm pretty excited. But I do, like I said, I do a little bit of everything. It's I've got hats, home decor. I have a really popular Halloween pattern where it's I call it the Mad About Boo pillow, and it's a ghost image on a pillow that says Boo, and that's a really quick make. Yeah, if I try a new technique, I'm going to make something with it. I'm going to share that. Like I've started getting into Tunisian, and I share when I do my yarn reviews. I do try to do a swatch, not just in regular crochet, but also in Tunisian.
Oh,
Because the different styles they shop differently, and I try to do more than one stitch. What else? So I've started doing garments. I'm doing a bunch of different hats, accessories. Yeah, you name it, it's on there. I don't think there's anything I haven't really tried yet or shared.
and I mean, everybody who hasn't seen Ashley on Instagram or is on Instagram, go check out Ashley's page there on her Instagram feed. She's the Loopy Lamb, and so many cute pictures of
and the other thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I love Instagram.
What were you going to say?
Instagram's
I do too.
awesome.
I was going to say that if you're following me on Instagram, you'll see I do a lot of giveaways as well. I have a lot of really amazing companies that I work with that also will provide like a giveaway prize if I'm doing a review. Like a lot of the book reviews, like Annie's is fantastic, and when I do a review for them, they're willing to sponsor a giveaway for me. So I do reviews for them often. Sometimes it's digital copies of patterns or books and that kind of thing, or sometimes it's hard copies of books. Like I've got a giveaway running right now for a hard copy of a book I just reviewed, and then I just announced the giveaway winner for a leather accessory bag yesterday. That was so much fun. So
that bag is so I was going to enter that giveaway too, and I just completely forgot. But yeah, I know for a fact that everybody here watching the show in the chat and also in the replay loves giveaways too. So yet another reason to head over to Instagram.
Yeah, I have a lot going on all the time, whether it's free patterns, it's giveaways, it's tips and tutorials, reviews. My main goal since starting is to just support the maker. I want it to be as pleasurable of an experience as possible, because not a lot of people are getting into crochet to do something difficult or to get really stressed out by it, right? We want to be relaxed. We want it to be an pleasant, enjoyable. That's my goal. Why? You've probably seen me say it on Instagram so often. It's like, life's too short for scratchy yarn, friends. And so I want to help you guys as best as possible enjoy the whole experience of what crochet has to offer for us.
And it's so much fun and fulfilling to just sit down and make something small and have it done. And I mean, like me, give it to my grandkids and they're like, oh, you made this so fast. I would never knock the big projects that take a long time, but there's something to be said for just something quick and
well, yeah, and like sometimes I do the
yeah, that's what I love about.
There's like a bit of a delay, and I feel like I'm interrupting you, so I'm not meaning to. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I just noticed it. I think it just started happening too.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
So that's okay. We'll work through it.
Yeah, I do blankets and stuff too. I try to offer them in other sizes. I love burlap blanket yarn for blankets, and I've started doing some amigurumi with those as well. And I think
with the blanket yarn,
you saw the yeah, I did that giant horse for my son's teacher. Well, not for him, for his 4-year-old daughter.
Right. So how big is that actually? That is so cute.
Well, it was almost as big as her. She's 4 and 2/3 her size at least. So yeah, it was a pretty big one. I shoot it on this background, the reel that I did, and I've gotten some requests to share the pattern for it. So I bought some more blanket yarn. I'm going to make another one so I can write the design up for people. But yeah, she's huge.
Wow.
Probably over.
That sounds like great Christmas presents. And anybody, and it's so funny because last year we had some like Christmas shows on our lives. We started our lives in October, and I showed a bunch of your stuff, like your little gnomes around Christmas time. You guys got to go see her.
Say I got some requests to do because I had a video on my YouTube channel for how to assemble them, because that was like one of the tricky parts. And I knew I wanted to really have that support available for people if they were struggling, so they could see exactly how I was assembling them. But I've gotten some requests for a pattern or for a video showing the hat. So I'm going to try and fit in doing a pattern for the hat or a video for the hat as well, if I can in the next month or so. Because I had no idea. It's funny, that pattern specifically went crazy. It just blew up. And it was just like one of those half-baked ideas I had. Is like, I had all these pom-poms. I was like, what am I going to do with these? I'm not going to make that many hats. And I thought, why don't I make gnomes? And suddenly everybody's making them, and it just went crazy. And then people using knitting machines kind of have adapted it to use knitting machines to make their own versions and stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to see everybody's take on the gnome ornaments for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I think this is Kim hopping on. Oh, she's here.
Ugh,
Hi, Kim. Where in the
I'm
world
sorry.
have you been? Kim,
I want to
this
say
is
it's a good story,
Ashley.
but I just forgot to set my alarm.
Hey, you
Hi.
know what?
Oh, wait.
Coco kept
Hold on.
saying,
I have it. Go ahead.
Coco kept saying this is payback for Saturday.
Probably. I did really bust your balls the whole live. I'm sorry. Ugh.
So, Kim, this is Ashley. Ashley, this is
Hi,
Kim.
Ashley. I am so unprofessional today. It's not even funny. I'm sorry.
Well,
Good.
see, the wonderful thing about this is we can ask Ashley all the same questions, and you can ask all the questions that you have, and everybody will. Whoops! Oh my gosh, my phone just came up
Froze.
with a auto install thing. I had to turn it off. Sorry about that. I was in a brief panic that it would just all of a sudden start installing and turn everything off.
Yeah, that could happen.
Oh, what a
Okay.
nightmare.
It's okay. Sorry.
Ashley, there's never a dull moment here, ever.
Okay.
Oh, Charlene says, good morning, Kim.
Yeah, it's the first time I've done that.
Happens to everybody. I didn't sleep very much because I was just you know how you get that feeling where you're like, I'm gonna miss my alarm. I'm gonna miss my alarm. I'm gonna miss my alarm.
Oh.
And like 2 hours before my alarm goes off, I'm wide awake. I'm like, okay, well, this is up now.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm exhausted. We got a new student at work yesterday. I worked yesterday, and it was a very, very, very exhausting day. Sorry.
That's
What kind of
okay.
I work with special needs students.
That's cool.
High school transition age. We got a new kid yesterday who's nonverbal, so it was pretty little intense day. So
I totally feel your pain. I worked with, I don't know if I mentioned it very many times on Instagram that I used to work with special needs kids too.
Mm-hmm.
And the exhaustion. Well, I'm sure in HR you've dealt with some people that may not be special needs, but definitely could be challenging.
My son has special needs, so I was essentially his aide this whole year for school because there's nothing at home that they can do for COVID, right?
Wow.
So, I get it.
Wow, you're a busy mom all year. Now, how old are your kids, Ashley?
Almost 7. My son is almost 7, and my daughter is 4.5. So.
That's hilarious.
Your kids are about roughly the same age as Kim's kids.
And my daughter will be 7 in October, and my son is almost 3.5.
Oh wow! Yeah, my son is in like a week. He's like, I'm already 7, Mom. Like, the calendar says otherwise, and I'm not ready for 7. So just slow your roll.
That's what my daughter says too.
You two are busy moms. I mean, now that my kids are older, like I have adult children and teenage children, they are not nearly, I mean, they're a different kind of work, but not as much physically and emotionally like constantly demanding. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing because there are kids and we love them, but it's one of those things where like getting married is not a bad stress, but it's still a stress. Moving into a new wonderful house is not a bad thing, but I didn't notice till my kids were older how physically exhausting it is raising the little ones.
Oh yeah. And I'm not a spring chicken.
Yes, you are. Compared to me, you are.
Please.
Yeah,
I bet if we had a side-by-side headshot, they would say that I'm older than you. Yes, they would.
No way.
Way.
That's just because I learned the good lighting trips from Instagram.
Okay, sure. So.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Ginger. You look amazing and you know it.
Oh, thank you. Well, you guys do too.
Mm-hmm.
I actually put on some makeup this morning, so it's
yeah. Mm-hmm.
so what we've been talking about so far this morning, Kim, are
yep, where I am. Sorry.
Yeah, Terry says yes, you are a spring chick, Kim.
I'll get out of here.
So we've been talking about mostly Ashley's amigurumi, which are so cute.
Oh, so cute.
Thank you.
I know that Kim's been researching your channel and your Instagram.
All my time for knots. Okay, I love your tips on working with fur yarn.
Oh, thank you,
Ashley, because I've never really worked with it that much, and I get some happy mail. Like actually, literally last week, of 6 of these go for faux things, these super jumbo things. So I started playing around with it after I watched your tips. So it was super helpful.
I'm glad it helped. Like after my first design, I had so many people that were just so frustrated, and I once you get the hang of it, it doesn't have to be that difficult. And I mean, I'm personally obsessed with it, but I'm going to create a little army of people who are obsessed with fur yarn eventually.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never done amigurumi before, so I like the fact that it'll hide my mistakes.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of that.
Actually, if you're not amigurumi, I actually have a fur cowl too on the blog that's super easy, and it's perfect for that. The big stuff.
That's cool.
So
no, I want to try the amigurumi with the fur, because it's not going to be so like, oh, there's a mistake, because that'll drive me nuts.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, even in the cowl, because the fur hides everything.
Wow. So is the how long does it take? I can imagine it takes like not very much time at all to make the fur cowl.
Oh no, not long at all. I think I made my first one in an hour and a half, maybe hour and a half, and that was actually it. But yeah, cool. It's super simple, and I'm trying to find it. I have it right here. So I found this new tip, and I'm going to share because you're starting with amigurumi, that I've learned since doing that initial video. I have this little dog brush, and with the cowl, this is how I discovered it. When you're working in rows, you can sometimes see the row lines with your fur, and I'm not down for that. I want it to be perfect. I want it to look like a piece of fur that I just cut off the fur, right? So you take this and you just brush it out. And I did that with his tummy there. Oops. And the lines are almost indistinguishable now.
That's cool.
Because I haven't brushed it fully, but if you use the brush and just very gently brush along the lines are unnoticeable, and it looks like just a piece of fur.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a great tip. Yes. Now when I make them, my kids will see me brushing my animals. They'll be like, yeah, Mom's gone crazy.
Why did you buy a dog brush at the store? We don't have a dog.
Mom's flipped. Mom's flipped out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Actually, like I'm a big wuss when it comes to winter, and it stands up to a Canadian winter. So, because I wore mine all last year, and I actually made some for a friend of mine. But yeah, they're super warm. So if amigurumi is not your thing, try that out.
Cool.
And it looks like, when somebody sees you with a big fur cowl, they're like, how did you make that? Or they won't believe that you.
Yeah, they don't believe you made it.
Yeah, right.
Because I had lots of people say, "Get that? I want one." I'm like, "Well, I made it," and they're like, "No, you didn't." I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I totally did. And then they're like, "Can you make me one?"
Yeah.
And Oh,
Yeah,
I love
people
what
ask me
Coco.
that, and I say, well, you know what's even better? I can teach you to crochet so you can learn how to make it yourself.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's what I've said.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I can't do it, but I can teach you how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There, yeah, the answer is always no.
Yep. Coco says kids always think we're crazy.
Of course.
This is true. They always do.
Mm-hmm.
And
But we went on vacation, and we went on vacation, and my son was like, I was getting ready to pack, and I was making a packing list, and my husband came down and said something to him that I had missed, and my son just kind of like looks at me like this, and he's like, Mom, you can't just pack yarn for a vacation. You need to pack people's clothes too. And I was like, what do you think you're gonna do? I'm just gonna let you be like naked the whole time we're away? No. And he's like, well, I need clothes. I'm like, yes, I'm aware of that. Clothes is first on the list.
Hold on. You have to stay in the hotel till Mommy finishes your crochet outfit.
Yeah. I'm gonna knit you a sweater over here, and you just stand there.
I've got this little cute fur jacket that I'm making, fur pants that I'm making for you right now.
Yeah, exactly.
If your mom is ginger, you'll never leave because it takes her a year to make a pair of shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd be waiting a really long time for clothes from me.
Yeah. Well, surprisingly, coats I get done. Coats, I made 2 baby coats for my grandbaby Emerson, but the shorts I'm still working on.
Those babies are this big.
Yeah.
Oh, they're this big.
Well, yeah, I was making a joke.
Oh, okay. Little peanut babies.
Well, it's like when I make samples for myself for garments, it's like it feels like it takes my whole life. I'm like, oh my gosh, like size extra large or 2X, depending on, the ease and stuff. But I'm like, oh my gosh, it's taking my whole life. My girlfriend says she's having a baby. I'm like, ooh, this is a one-day project. I've got her a whole
and a blanket and some slippers and a stuffed animal.
Yeah, baby clothes will make you feel like a fast crocheter real quick.
Oh,
yeah.
Especially if you're using like a worsted weight or higher. It's like, yeah, it's done.
Yeah, I was working on what was I doing? I was working on my big scrap blanket. I needed a break. I needed to feel like I did something. So I did these little butterflies that Crystal just put out for a tutorial.
Oh, those are cute.
Ashley, have you heard of Bag O' Day Crochet?
Yes.
Oops, I have an N there. I'm sorry. Pardon me.
That's all right. It had an end in it. So.
Watching her, oh my gosh, those are cute.
Yeah.
Watching her was what got me onto watching her and the Secret Yarnery was what convinced me that I really needed to do a YouTube channel. But how many tutorials does she have? Like 700?
700s, I think, at this point.
It's amazing. Now, what got you started, Ashley?
Well, it was a combination of my husband saying that I needed to do a YouTube channel, and I really wanted to share tips. Yeah. My husband is a programmer and he does all my editing, so he really wanted me to do that. But
how amazing!
Also the fact that I really wanted to share those faux fur tips and tricks with people. And I just felt like it would have been easier. Like I did a written post, but it's just easier to kind of talk about it on video, right? And so as the blog was progressing, I felt like it was the next natural step to start including some video tutorials because as I've mentioned, supporting the maker is what I'm all about and trying to help support them as much as possible. And that was just another way that I could help support makers in their journey.
Cool. So you had the blog before you had your YouTube channel.
Yeah. The YouTube channel is just over a year old now.
Yeah.
But I've had the blog since, oh goodness, is it 2019? 2019, I think.
Cool.
Wow. Your blog is very, very nice. I've been checking out everybody's blogs because I'm trying to get mine together and I'm pretty sketchy on getting blogs figured out, but I love yours. And another thing that on Ashley's YouTube channel, everyone, if you like the maker chats, there's a whole playlist of maker chats.
Did you notice that I posted your interview on your Yarn Geek Facebook group?
The me and Ashley did.
Your first live ever.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
I posted the whole playlist in the description so that they can see everybody, not just me.
I did that like a week ago or whatever. I was like, hey, check this out.
Kim, you're the coolest.
I think that was both of our first lives, wasn't it, Ginger? I think it was both our first for both of us.
It was.
Well, that's a good thing.
You were my first guest, and it was my first live, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a mess.
Oh, well, you were much less of a mess than I was. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
You know what's funny, Ginger?
Plastic bags. I think you had it down.
Watching back on that, you didn't know how to fill time yet, Ginger. So you would be like, where now you're just you know. Yeah. I know.
I think the first few times you do it, it's so hard because, especially like if you're doing it for yourself, because there's nobody talking back to you, and that was my issue when I first started doing lives. I was like, I feel like I'm a weirdo just talking to myself. You're just like waiting for people to join you.
Well,
you're just like doo-doo. But as you get experience, you get better at it.
Yeah.
My first live was our first live.
Oh, wow.
Fancy.
That's exciting. You know what's really cool is 10 years from now, when we're all still doing this, we'll do another live together again. Say, remember when?
When I'm the same age as you, Ginger.
Oh my God, and I'll be 61.
What? Just think about the senior discounts you'd be eligible for. Ooh.
You need a bigger yarn room, Ginger.
Oh, which I think the new house that we're getting has a bigger yarn room.
What?
Amazing.
You didn't call me.
Well, things have been changing at a rapid pace. I told Ash yesterday I was looking at apartments, and yesterday was a completely like looking for a place to live day. Houses, apartments, townhouses.
Now you're noticing there's a time crunch.
What?
Now you notice there's a time crunch.
Something like that.
Yarn babies, get in the bag. Hurry up. We got to go.
Oh, Ashley, I have been putting off looking for a new house for us since probably March or February, and we need to be moved by August 1st. So,
oh wow.
I just fly by the seat of my pants. But, it's what I was just going to say something too, and I forgot. I hope it comes back.
About the yarn room?
Yeah, I've decided. See, I don't know how you feel about your yarn, Ashley and Kim. Like, the yarn is the yarn babies, and they must be taken care of. And I was really, really worried about putting the yarn in boxes because it might not want to go in there. So I've decided I'm going to just crochet bags for all my yarn and move them in those.
Has Ashley seen the full walkthrough of your yarn room?
Oh.
Okay. You're gonna be there till you're gonna be crocheting bags until we're on this live in 10 years.
I made almost 2 last night.
Oh, 2. Ooh.
Two pretty big ones.
Yeah, I do like a little cubby just like above your head, so you're gonna have to crochet faster.
At a certain point, someone's gonna have to eat in that house.
Well, I guess that's true. That's what cereal's for.
Yep, my daughter turned 6,
Say,
and one of the first things I
Kimberly.
told her was, now you get to learn how to get your own cereal in the morning.
Like get a knitting machine, Ginger, and then all you have to do is cinch the bottom and crochet the handles. There you go. The bags will be slightly smaller, but if they would have to have their own bag.
That would be perfect. Well, see, this is what I'm doing is I'm holding 5 strands together as I'm making the bag.
Show us one.
Okay, let me go get one.
Just keep chitty chatting about it. Let's see.
And I just started making these yesterday afternoon.
Oops.
So there's this one.
Oh, very fire.
Yeah, it's 5 strands. So it's not only is it a, what you call it, yarn carrier, but it's also a stash buster.
Yarn eater.
And there's this one. I'm almost done with this one.
Well, I like that one better.
The purple?
I like that you changed the color up top.
Oh, yeah. I still have to do...
Yeah.
I still have about another 3 or 4 inches on this one, but my yarn is happier with me when I told them that I'm going to be putting them in bags.
Sure.
Yep, it's happier.
Did the yarn from Germany talk to you?
This yarn, it does, but it speaks to me in German. I mean, I know it. I know enough German from my son.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Ashley, did you see her video of her son and her dad in the German yarn store?
No, I don't think I saw that one.
It's funny.
Oh, here's the story. Here's the story of that. My dad and my son are in Germany right now. They're going on a grandfather road trip. And they went, I just, said, hey, when you're in Germany, if you could just video some of those German yarn stores, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so far they've sent me one video, and they took the film. My dad made some commentary on yarn, talked to the yarn lady.
Oh yeah, he talked to the yarn lady.
And
hey,
he's like, it was so funny. They were going into the yarn store, and my dad said, do you want to do the dirty deed? Which was filming the yarn.
Oh geez.
and he said, I'll go talk to the lady.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know my daughter has a little yarn channel.
So it's cute. If you ever want to,
it's really funny.
Yeah, what men look like filming a yarn video in a yarn store. That's what it is. It's like, I love it.
I mean, they're used to seeing, your son's used to seeing a lot of yarn.
Right.
But that was like yarn rainbow fantasy world.
It was crazy. Ashley, this was the biggest yarn store, I think, it was like a very high-end fashion store for yarn.
Oh, I was on Reggie's live Sunday, and I was like, or was a different live? I don't remember, but I was like, hey, did you see the German yarn video? And she's like, oh yeah, I've been to that store a bunch of times because she used to live in Munich. And I'm like, is that like a high-end store?
It had a whole wall. How long do you think that wall was? I don't know, 100 feet of buttons.
Oh, the buttons. And then they had the sparkly section. I was like, oh, wait, don't go. Oh, you just went back too fast.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
We don't have that kind of slow.
I apologize. Hey, you didn't get a winner yet, did you, Ginger?
Nope. I was waiting for you.
Oh,
and I don't know if you heard about our last week's live, Ashley, that Pam from By Sincerely Pam was on. She sprung up a like spontaneous giveaway that we're drawing the winner for today.
Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to be drawing that towards the end, but anybody
Hold
who
on. And the
hasn't
giveaway
entered,
for
oh, the giveaway is for a $50 Pearls gift card and a Crochet Foundry magazine from summer 2021.
Mhm.
And anybody who wants to enter it just needs, if you have not entered it yet, head over to last week's live that Pam was on
Mhm.
and
on your channel.
on Yarn Geek, and put in sweet treats in the comments.
Mhm.
And you'll know you're at the right one because everybody else has already put in sweet treats. And if you want, Ashley, if you want to enter it, you know, head over.
Excuse
Totally
me.
do it too. Yeah, I forgot.
I actually
to enter
have
it.
that edition of the Crochet Foundry, because I did a review on that edition actually.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Of course you did.
okay. What was your favorite thing in there?
I'm trying to remember. I really liked the sweater design by Michelle.
Mhm.
I'm a sucker for her designs. Like when she did that, I think she called it a macaroon sweater that had the big cable down the front.
Oh yes.
In the winter edition.
Yeah.
Loved
So
it.
pretty.
So
But
pretty.
I also love that the extras included, like, because I mean, I'm a hippie lady and something like that just isn't going to fit me. So they included in the extras, like how to and where to crop it to make it like just a regular sweater, which is much more my speed. So I
Yep.
really liked that they include those kind of things on how to style it yourself, right? Because all our bodies are different and it doesn't always
Hi,
work
beautiful.
out the same.
Right.
Say hi.
Right. That's what I love about those patterns is they're size inclusive and so awesome. For a while, I thought that the models
Hello, mommies.
for the magazine were the actual designers.
Yeah.
Can I say?
I didn't find out till last week
Want to come say hi?
that they weren't.
I'm fortunate enough to know pretty much all of them. The original design, so I was fortunate enough to know it wasn't them, but like
Oh.
Pam said, yeah.
Nice.
Her ribbon in the spring edition, I'm making that for myself. I'm like obsessed with that.
Yep.
Probably tired of me telling her how obsessed I am.
That better?
Hi, Stephen.
Oh, say hi, Ginger.
Good morning.
And that's Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Yeah, that's my husband's name.
Oh, he's a junior. That's my other half's name too.
So many
cool.
Steves.
With a V or a PH, Ashley?
V.
Same. That's awesome.
Look at my finger.
You got one right there.
PH
Phil. Wait, you got to put it over here. There you go.
Oh, beautiful fingernail polish. How's your carpet doing, Kim?
It got a haircut after that 2.5 hours of cleaning. And yeah, it's a good thing we have a shag rug.
Stephen painted his fingernails and the rug.
At 7:30 in the morning last week. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, the rug.
Yeah, the rug. We don't.
Yeah, the rug.
Mommy and me project, right? That's mommy and me.
My brother did that when he was about 4 or 5. He stole my mom's nail polish and he painted his fingers from here up to his second knuckle, like around here, and then some of them are shorter. But anyways, he painted all of his like the whole finger all the way around. And then I just gotten a brand new bedspread for Christmas, and he dumped it all over it. And and he painted it. He painted his foot, like part of his actual foot, like
he painted his foot.
That's silly. We don't.
And he's like, "Look how beautiful I am!" And we're like, "Oh my gosh!"
Steven
it was red.
did a good job. He only did the nail part.
Oh,
No.
no.
We're talking like full fingers, toes up to the foot, and it was like red and glitter. So it was
it's beautiful.
To get that out.
And your bedspread.
Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah,
Can you show it
less
some
than
of
48
your
hours.
markers?
No, because those are for fabric. But I have some new colored pencils we can
I
put
would be so upset.
that are neon colors, rainbow.
Is your brother older or younger than you?
Younger. I'm the oldest.
Can
Yeah.
What?
See,
Yeah,
it's
actually,
not done yet.
No, I didn't finish that yet. You're right.
Can I do
Okay, so
What?
that?
I'm pulling, like, as usual,
Hey,
I'm
project?
pulling up the random comment picker at the last moment.
It's not the last moment. You have 15 minutes. Oh, no one wants to see
It's
that.
so
Not that one. Let go.
good.
So where are your kids right now, Ashley? Are they still in bed or
they're upstairs
are
with my
they?
husband. My husband
Oh,
works from home, thankfully, so he's
Ah.
able to kind of keep them quiet. I'm sure with Minecraft.
Do it the marker.
No, we're not.
you could bring yours in here and
Crochet?
Steven and Skylar and your kids could just like play over the live.
Right?
Oh my gosh, my son would love that. He's like, because he watches YouTube, he's like, being on YouTube is like the best thing ever. And so when he got his laptop for school, he's like, I need to watch mom's channel. So important. So that's the first thing he did. He went on my blog and my YouTube channel. But yeah, I never
done it yet. Yeah, Skylar filled out like a what do you want to be like at the end of the school year? And it's I want to be a YouTuber.
Aw.
What she wants to do for her career. I'm like, listen, if you end up in a niche market like mom, you're not going to make a lot of money.
My daughter said she wants to be a yarn lady because that's what she thinks.
Who's that?
I
That's
love it.
actually the Loopy lamb.
No, who's that?
That?
Papa.
That's mommy and Steven.
So my granddaughter,
Sorry.
Mommy and Steven.
That's us.
So my granddaughter loves to play my videos
I love you.
at home, and it's summertime and during the school year too. My daughter's like, Mom, you're in my house all the time. I can't get rid of you. She'll walk in the room and Abby like, oh honey, I love you.
Oh, we go in the car.
Do we go in the car?
Yeah,
For
our
what?
Oh,
car.
Okay.
To leave away from
So everybody in the chat and in the replay knows where they can find you in case they haven't heard. We can find you on YouTube and Instagram and Ravelry and TikTok and Facebook
Facebook
and your
Etsy.
and Etsy and your blog. And also, you guys, everybody in that's watching, I also actually put your LinkedIn bio link down below too, so they can just find everything. But I also put in the other links too. But I just discovered that you can put the LinkedIn bio not only in Instagram, but you can like put it anywhere else too. I was like, really?
Yeah, you can put it in the description box.
Yeah, I've started doing that on my in my descriptions, putting my LinkedIn.
Your LinkedIn. I thought you meant your Linktree.
Or LinkedIn, Linktree, Link Smart Bio. Is yours a Smart Bio?
Me?
Ashley?
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought so because you can click
Smart.
the little pictures.
Yeah, because it's tied to Tailwind, which I use for Pinterest.
Yeah, I really like that LinkedIn. It's cool.
Yeah, I thought you meant like LinkedIn, like the actual website LinkedIn, where it's like a professional.
Yeah, you can use this one.
I do have that.
What do you want?
It's mostly HR stuff. I get that.
Oh, you actually have a LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn profile. I was like our profession.
The
I
orange one?
changed it to my current role. Yeah, it's mostly all you'd see there is HR experience and that I
Yeah, I'll get
in
you the
helping.
orange one. Excuse me. What?
Oh,
what?
wow.
Beep, beep, beep.
I
Oh.
don't have one of those.
Here, you said you wanted the orange one.
Oh, Granny D put your link tree, your smart bio
Thank you.
in the chat. Thank you, Granny D.
Do you want that one?
And let's see what some of the people have been saying in the chat.
I wanted to go.
Ooh, I missed a lot of the chat.
Oh, okay. I'll get you a different one.
Oh, and Granny D, put your
How about this one?
your YouTube channel in there.
Thank you,
Gia and Vicky.
I can go straight.
Okay.
Put cutter cars on.
And who else is here? Melissa's still here. Coco. Everybody. Also, it's an okay. Thank you, Granny D. Okay, you guys. What time should we do the
On this,
drawing for the giveaway?
put it in.
5 minutes.
And there
We should do it in 5 minutes. Okay, that sounds awesome.
put it in.
So now, is there anything else, Ashley, that's coming up that you want everybody to know about?
I don't really have any like details that I can share yet because some of them are I'm supposed to keep secret until they are launched. But there are a lot of upcoming designs that are going to be free on the blog. So just keep your eye out, and I'll obviously talk about those on all my social media outlets. So if you're following me there, you won't miss them. But yeah, lots of, and even this month, I think this month there's 5 or 6 free patterns coming out. So very busy month.
Wow,
So
that's super busy. I think I've done like not even 6 in my whole lifetime. So wow, I'm just in awe. And where is the best place to keep up with everything new that you're doing?
Either Instagram and Facebook. What goes on Instagram is on Facebook, or my newsletter. There's often discount codes for the PDFs and special news for subscribers only. So you can sign up through my newsletter. It's also on that smart link bio that was shared. You can access it through there or on the.
Oh, awesome. So hear that, guys. To get the first news, go sign up for Ashley's blog newsletter. And also you have a Facebook group.
Yes.
So hop over to her Facebook group, join that. Come look at everything on Instagram, because I always find out about everything first on Instagram. I'm not great at Facebook, but I do love Instagram. Well, that's where I first met you, and that's where the first crochet community with me started. And then it's like once you start learning about the YouTube crochet community, it gets even funner. It's like a whole different dimension.
Oh yeah, definitely on YouTube. It's totally different here.
Yeah. I think it has to do with video. And, I think that's some reason why Instagram is wanting to do more video now also, is because the engagement, the connection between people is so much stronger, I think, when it's video.
Yeah, and what they're saying is that it's more entertaining as well, right? And they want to compete with the likes of TikTok, who's seen the same level of growth that Instagram has in a much shorter span, right? So they want to keep up, but they have to make changes, which not all of us are keen about, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, I'm like, well, I hope they find this entertaining.
Well, yeah, I'm just like, well, I don't show toys so much, and I really don't think people want to see my face that often. So what else can I show? I don't know, like shadow puppets. Are those still a thing? I don't know.
You know what would be really cool? What's that kind of like claymation, but do it with your stuffed animals, and you can make little like scenes
Stop
with it.
motion animation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of that with
Yeah,
your amigurumis.
Yeah, I did that slow motion. It wasn't claymation, but it was kind of attempt at something like that when I did the slow-mo pig reel where I was dropping the rose petals. It was supposed to be like American Beauty. Somebody said it was Oinking Beauty because my rose bush had exploded and I had all these roses. And I thought, I don't know why I have these weird thoughts. I'm like, you know what? It'd be really funny if I did the American Beauty scene, but with my pig. And my husband's like, you're insane. I'm like, I'm doing it. I think this is hilarious. So I like handpicked all these rose petals. I like set it all up and I'm like over the camera, like dropping all these rose petals, killing myself laughing. And I'm just like, well, it entertained me at least.
Oh my gosh. I have to, why did I forget about that?
Yeah, it's using this little pig here. And he's got like the rose petals up here, rose petals across here, and just falling very slow-mo is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. You know, to go from little stuffed pig to American Beauty, it does take a special mind to think of that.
Yeah, a little twisted, but you know, you go where the creativity leads you, I guess.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this.
Is that one of your favorite movies?
Who, me?
No, I hate that movie actually.
Ash, you hate it? I was gonna say, is that why you wanted Ginger to talk about plastic bags?
What?
Oh, because in American
you were
Beauty,
talking
there's
about
a-
a lot, you talk about the bag.
Okay. Hey,
What?
did you mention what we're doing on Saturday, Ginger, yet?
I haven't. What are we doing? We are going to have Bev, and I forgot.
From the Dittmer Knittery.
Dittmer Knittery. I always forget her name. Not her name, but her Dittmer Knittery. Bev is so much easier to remember. And we're going to learn about felting bags. So Ashley, anything you want to know about felting, come see us on Saturday. That's what we're doing Saturday morning.
And right now she has a fun, she has a crochet and a knit pattern up for tutorials on her channel. And she also has how to felt them. So that's pretty interesting. Yes, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. That's awesome. I'm sorry. This whole week has been so like blah, 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 blah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And I just sent off in the post, should be getting there by Friday, a nice big box of wool for her to open.
That's exciting.
Yep. That'll be fun.
That's super exciting.
It's 19.
Okay. You guys ready to draw for this giveaway?
Yeah. Do you
Okay.
Hold on. You want to put yourself in just you mode?
In just me mode?
So people can see the comment picker better.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to do that. Okay, do I go to more?
More
oh,
and single.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I got it.
No, I don't want to put it on there right now. Oh, there we go.
Okay, you guys. Once again, here's me looking at my phone, trying to figure this out. Okay, I just need to find the video. Got it right here. And got to go to my channel and get videos. And there we go. Share link. Random comment picker. Oh, this is the Facebook random comment picker. We need to pick out the YouTube random comment picker. Oh, YouTube random comment picker. Thank you guys for being so incredibly patient with me.
Yeah, they're patient because they want the $50 gift card.
Okay, YouTube random comment picker. I have put in the YouTube, filter duplicate users, include replies to comments, filter comments based on specific text, and this is sweet on text, sweet treats, right? All right. Get YouTube comments. Okay, you ready to start? Laura Lee. Sweet treats for everyone. This has been a most interesting video. Loved it. I am a Furls fan. I now own 2 and can't wait to own more.
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Laura Lee. And thank you. Oops, thank you,
Whoa.
Pam. Wherever you are for having this awesome giveaway for everyone. Laura Lee, I will let her know. Oops, I'm trying to figure out the layout. There we go.
You're gonna need her email probably to send to Pam, right?
Yes, Laura Lee, just send us in our Instagram DMs your email, or you can email either of us at our email address.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long does she have to get back to us?
Laura Lee will get back to us. She
Okay.
has, Laura Lee, you have a week.
There you go.
There you go. But she will get a hold of us.
Okay.
All right.
Happy
Well, that
shopping.
was right. And there's still, get a hold of us fast because, Ashley, don't they have the flash sales still going on every day this week for furls?
Yeah,
Yep, they
yesterday
sure
was
do.
yarn.
Yeah, yes. Monday was yarn.
Oh, sorry.
And what's today's flash sale?
I haven't seen that email yet, but I know that one of the days is jumbo hooks, I believe.
That's awesome. Oh, do you like jumbo hooks?
I do. I
You
love
should go-
jumbo knitting needles too. I have somebody who's actually making me a custom pair of jumbo knitting needles because, yeah, I only knit if it's huge.
That's awesome. Do you know Pink Sheep Designs on Instagram?
I don't think so.
No.
She 3D prints her jumbo crochet hooks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome. You should definitely go check her out. She's really, I'll DM her Instagram to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Because yeah, I do so much with the brunette blanket, so I'm always using huge hooks.
Yeah, and it's really neat. Also on her YouTube channel, she shows how she, her husband 3D prints her. It shows the whole process of the printing of the hooks. It's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So guys, I think that we're at 9 o'clock. We're actually a little bit over. Thank you for everybody joining in. Thank you for everybody who's watching us on the replay. And thank you so much, Ashley, for coming on. I've been wanting to have you on for the longest time, and I'm just so happy that you're here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It was nice meeting you, Kim.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sleepyhead.
It's sorry.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
you
nice
guys,
meeting
yeah, you guys all have a wonderful day, and you too, Ashley, and you too, Kim.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.